Hi there and welcome back. So obviously the world is full of different people. We've got people that like to do things in big groups. You've got people that like to do things in small groups. You've got like people that like to do things themselves. But we also have people that are extroverts, and that's their full personality essentially. And I thought today we could speak about that because there's a video doing rounds on TikTok where it's a woman that is definitely an extrovert, but a very she's very much an extrovert. There's no like an in between or anything. She's just out there. But we'll just get straight into it.
So I'm gonna need everyone to start popping out an earbud, turning off the noise canceling headphones when they're walking around, because a number of times I've tried to like connect with somebody on the sidewalk or on the train, and I'm literally just met with silence as if I'm talking to myself is one too many times.
What do you mean connect to people on the sidewalk? Like, whilst I'm out walking somewhere, I'm out walking. I'm not really thinking, do you know what I could do today? Connect with some people. I don't feel that she's maybe doing the right thing there. I also do agree as well that no, you don't have the right for anyone to speak to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, not everyone needs to speak to you. Not everyone cares for what you're saying. And it seems like this woman so far isn't happy about that.
The other day, I was talking to this girl and she was wearing a sweatshirt with a sorority I was associated with, and I was like, oh my god, girl, try till I die, baby. Ignored me. I tried one more time. I was like, nope, nothing.
I understand that. Maybe the sorority thing, that maybe you'd be looking out for people. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, they're part of my sorority, they're not. Like, you would maybe want to talk to them because obviously it's like the full point, and I think obviously I'm not American, I don't know how they're supposed to work, is kind of like you want to create a community in a college, you want to like do things together and stuff like that, and obviously she's saying like the person was not speaking to her and she was wearing the thing, but also the woman doesn't need to speak to you. I'm going to keep going back to this point. The woman doesn't need to speak to you, but also as well, after the first time you've maybe like said it, maybe don't re-say it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you should just be like, oh well, I didn't work out, right, okay, continue my day. I feel like it's more embarrassing to be like, oh, I'll say it again. Like, what's the need? Like, in general, what is the need? I do feel like bad for her a wee bit. She's like, oh well, she's just obviously wanting to make friends, like golden retriever essentially. Do you know what I mean? Just like a dog that's want to go and like make friends with everyone. And I feel like I understand where she's coming from with that, but once again, no one needs to speak to you.
Second one was this older woman. She looked so fabulous and chic, like probably in her late 70s, maybe early 80s, red lip, scarf, glasses. And I was like, I cannot wait to look like you when I'm older. Nothing. Homegirl, earpods in. I was like, Grandma, somebody please throw me a bone. Like, let me connect with you. What is going on here? Please take out the headphones. Look at me.
Second one, obviously a grandma. She, once again, ironically, I feel like older people are normally the ones that want to speak to you. I was in a train coming back from uni, and I think, what was it? I got my phone out and was like, right, I'll start watching this YouTube video. And this old woman, so the two people around me, it was like a packed train. It was like the only seat, and it was in a four. And the woman that was like that way, and there was across the aisle and one that way, they were all on their phones. And then the woman beside that, the old woman that was sitting in front of me, they were on their phones as well. But I was like sitting through one because I was waiting to, can't remember, something, I was waiting to hear something. Put my headphones in, pulled out my phone, and then the old woman across from me was like, oh, all these young people can't go 2 minutes without their phone. And I was like, oh yeah, like laughing. I said something to her, I can't remember what I said, but I was like, yeah, a bit dismissive, probably a bit rude of me, to be honest. But I was like smiling, didn't want to be rude, but looking back at it, probably was a bit rude. And then I just pressed play on my video again because I was like, oh well, she's just trying to shoot. And then she kept speaking, and I was like, right, okay, I'll pause it. I'll speak back to her. I was speaking back to her, and then I was like, right, okay, that's fine. Maybe like this for a minute or two. Went back to my phone and was like, right, okay. And then she just kept speaking and speaking and speaking, and I was like, right, okay, I'll just take my headphones out. Took my headphones out and was speaking away to her for a full 30 minutes, and I was like, right, okay, like it's an interesting conversation I've had. However, this woman had no, let's just say it. She was talking about her phone and emails and stuff like that, and how she's struggling to get in places and all this type of stuff. But she told me her email and her password, and I was like, you should not be telling me these things. I did say that to her, but she was like, no, it's fine. I'm like, no, you should not be sharing these things. You don't know who I am. You don't know what I'm going to do. To be honest, I kind of forgot the password the minute I left the train because I was like, I'm not going to go in and like see what she's doing and that. But she was like asking me for advice and things, and I was trying to help her as well as I can. But obviously, you're like, all right, okay. It was an interesting conversation. I spoke to my friends about it. Like it was a good 20-minute chat. I got out of it with my friends, and they were laughing away, being like, I can't believe she gave you a password and that. It gave her a password. It was fun. It was an interesting interaction. But see, if that happened every time I was on a train, I would just avoid the train. And what it seems like is this woman wants it to happen every time she's on the sidewalk, not even the train, on the sidewalk. And I think maybe she's been a bit rude, but being like, you need to take your headphones out. Because I feel like if someone's got their headphones in, they're specifically not want to talk, obviously. Because why would you put your headphones in and go, oh, like, when you meet people out in public and you've got headphones in but you know them, you take your headphones out, you don't just go, like, you don't ignore them. I think that maybe she needs to just have friends of her own, it seems like. But because of this, she got a lot of hate as well, which I don't believe she gets a lot of hate, but she was a bit rude about it, to be honest. But I don't believe she deserves as much hate as she's getting. There's quite a few creators that have obviously commented on it, and basically, I've not seen anyone that agrees with her currently. But what we'll do is I'll watch a response video. Well, a kind of response video. It's a response to a comment.
So no, it's not satire, and no, people aren't required to connect with me. A lot of people have been coming on here and being like, oh my god, this white lady isn't getting attention. Like, oh my god, nobody will connect with her. And I think
so obviously what she said there, the white lady not getting attention, I kind of got that from, not the white part, like, I'm repeating what she said. I kind of got that as well. It kind of does seem like she wants attention, which, nothing wrong with it, people are allowed to have attention. But, well, she'll maybe change what she's saying, but that's what it seems like currently, and I don't agree with it. You don't deserve attention, and nobody does it. Not you don't deserve it. That's really mean. You don't deserve attention. You don't deserve anyone's attention in general. Like everyone, I think it's more of a conversation, to be honest. I don't know how to put it. It sounds like I'm just being really mean, but like you don't deserve attention. But I don't know how to word it. But hopefully you got from what I meant there.
we're missing the plot. We're missing the point here. I'm not angry that people won't connect with me. I think it's more so collectively as a society, we are so engrossed in our headphones and our phones that we're no longer experiencing like life with one another. And whether that's like a fleeting moment on the sidewalk in the train, it's part of human existence to communicate and see one another.
I agree with that. Maybe how much we're being on our phone, like, is actually like mucking up how we do in life. Do you know what I mean? But the irony is, she's posted this on TikTok. Like, so I believe if you're posting on TikTok, unless there is sometimes I would maybe say you're not wanting the fame or at least people to notice you or stuff like that, right? And there's nothing wrong with wanting the fame or people to notice you, but the way she's putting it, she's put it out as like I'm going to make this controversial, because I think she knew it would be controversial. So obviously she wanted the fame a wee bit, so it's like a bit of like an ironic circle. Like she's like, right, but I need people to watch this, but I don't want people to watch TikTok, or I don't want people to be in their phones. Like, do you know what I mean? And I don't know, like, I feel bad for her a bit. Obviously she just want to chat to someone, and I'm sure the thing is, for like how many people that she would have spoke to have their headphones in, she's obviously just not speaking to the right people, because there's hundreds of people on the train and like whatever sidewalk that don't have headphones, and maybe they'll ignore you, but I'm sure that maybe like every 1 in 10 won't. But that's still a conversation, a fleeting moment.
A lot of people on here are like, oh, that is not how you build community. It's like these deep, meaningful relationships. And how do you think relationships are started? You are not going to find some deep, meaningful relationship just like out of the blue. It's through conversations you have with people. And even then, like, people are like focusing too much on the community that's like these deep, meaningful relationships of somebody in your life has to be like your best friend. No, it can literally just be that you know that you have somebody like on the corner or on the street that's going to recognize and see you as a human being.
So I think she's actually made a very different point there. The fact of like she's wanting a community and stuff like that. There's places that you get communities. Ironically, online has loads of communities. You can also join, like, I'm not really on Facebook, but you can join Facebook groups that have communities for your area and stuff like that, and then you start building up a relationship with these people. But the way she's speaking, it sounds like she's just talking to people on the road. Like, in my head, I'm just like, how do you know they're a part of the community? They could just be passing. And I feel like she's maybe going around it the wrong way, but the right way at the same time. And I don't know, it's such a hard thing to approach. I think she's doing it in the wrong way. She's acting very entitled about it, I feel like.
Sue me for wanting to compliment somebody's shoes. Sue me for, actually, please don't sue me. I'm like broke. But like, what do you expect for me to like see somebody's in an organization I'm in and be like, girl, we're in the same organization? That's crazy.
That's the one point I do agree with. I do understand that being in a sorority kind of like, it's the trade-off, like you will speak to people, and she is possibly in the right there. There is a possibility the girl didn't hear if she had headphones in. Like my girlfriend listens to her headphones at God knows what volume, and I have mine a lot quiet. I can still hear things around me, but my girlfriend can't. So could be that. Maybe this woman has her headphones really high and generally didn't notice or whatever. We don't know that exact situation.
I don't know. Everyone's so averse to talking to people, to letting people just say something, acknowledge them. Like, I'm not sitting here asking people to share their deepest, darkest secrets with me. I'm literally just like asking to be looked in the eye. And I get people need to wear headphones for different reasons. Like, you had a bad day at work, you don't want to talk, I get that. But when the collective majority of people, like when you look around and nearly everybody has headphones in, everybody's staring down at their phone. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
So obviously phones are an issue with lots of people. It's an addiction and stuff like that. But I do feel like people being in their phone is maybe their alone time. Do you know what I mean? Let's just say like they're walking or they're maybe commuting home and they're on their phone. I feel like loads of people will probably have the thing of like, oh, maybe they've got a couple of children at home or whatever, or maybe their partner's at home and maybe they're going home to do something with them. But they like I still like alone time. Like I still like being on my phone myself, and I like reading myself or like many things myself. I like doing that. But also I really want to do it with my partner as well, and I don't want to waste time that I will have with my partner. So I'm like, okay, that 30-minute train journey home I had from uni, that's my alone time to sit and read. That's my alone time to sit and go on my phone. I feel like I'm allowed to choose if I want to speak to someone. And obviously the case of me seeing the older woman, I wasn't annoyed speaking to her. Like I was happy to speak to her, but like I said, if that happened every time, I'd just be like, no. I think I'd be quite rude about it, to be honest. And I feel like I was a bit rude in the first place with this old woman, but at least we spoke, so like hopefully she knows I wasn't trying to be rude. The thing is as well with introverts and extroverts, I'm very much like, I enjoy talking to people. Like I do enjoy talking to strangers and stuff like that. Like when I'm in like work or like uni or that, I do enjoy like the conversation. I like try to find out what people do for a living. I do enjoy that type of interaction. I didn't when I was younger. It's more a thing since I've went to uni essentially, I think, and I've got more confident. So there's a lot to do with confidence as well. But I go out with my friends quite a lot, and there is like a point in the night where I maybe need like 5 minutes to myself. If you know what I mean, like I run off to the toilet, like just stand in the toilet for a wee bit, just to like essentially get my social battery to recharge, or maybe whilst everyone's talking in the group, I'll maybe just sit in the group, but I'll not like speak. Do you know what I mean? Like it's very normal. Everyone does it, but I feel like I recharge when I'm not in a group, and obviously most extroverts recharge when they're in a group. So there is that. I would say I'm quite an extroverted person, but also wouldn't say I recharge my social battery in the correct way, if that makes sense, for being an extrovert. I'm saying this, and then like I sometimes meet people and don't even look them in the eye, so I could be totally wrong. But yeah, it's been a while since I've done a YouTube video. That is me finished with uni for the year, so hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll be trying to get a video a week for the next until I go back to uni. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe.